cars driving on our streets with no license plates or out-of-date registrations or perhaps out-of-state registrations. The Nevada DMV is asking all drivers to do something about it. News 3's Will Silverstein joins us live from the DMV on Sahara. And you're talking about something called the Nevada Registration Spotter. Give us an idea of how this works.
Yeah, so the way that this works, Dana, is that you take a picture of a license plate, sometimes a car without a license plate too, of registration that you think is improper. And of course, no license plate, then it's improper, of course. Then you would submit that to an online form, that picture to an online form through the DMV. And from there, the DMV, or in its also some additional law enforcement agencies, can then investigate that picture. And it's been so popular so far, it has over 2,600 submissions since it was introduced last week. It's not license and registration pleas, it's license and registration fees that drive some Nevada residents to forego the entire registration process. The result? Roadways filled with unregistered or improperly registered vehicles. Now the Nevada DMV is taking action.
We really just kind of wanted to put, feet to pavement and create something where people could actually, submit complaints and reports and everything like that. So the Nevada Registration Spotter was born.
Hailey Foster with the Nevada Department of Motor Vehicles telling us about their new online tool, the new Nevada Registration Spotter.
If you so happen to see a vehicle with, expired plates, no plates, stuff like that, then go ahead and send that in.
All you have to do is take a picture of a vehicle, describe the appropriate violation, add details about the car's color, make, and model, where you saw it, and a way to contact you, and there you go. You've reported a vehicle that may not be registered in accordance with the law.
I paid like almost $900.
Carlos Guerra nearly dropped $1,000 on his new registration. He wants something to be done about those skirting registration payments. Would you be upset if there are people that are driving around that don't have a registration, that are just driving around not having to pay the $900?
Of course, because everybody's supposed to be under the law. $900 is like a whole week working for me.
If we all have to do it, then you should do it. You shouldn't be breaking the law and just driving around with unregistered plates.
Longtime Las Vegas resident Kimberly Alonzo agrees with Carlos. She's trading in her old plates at the West Flamingo DMV. How much did it cost to get your plates changed?
It's expensive. It was about $700. So yeah, it can get expensive, but do whatever you have to do, save some money, put some on the side, just pay your registration.
So Carlos and Kimberly had to fork up a collective $1,600, and they want unregistered drivers to pay their share. So this new tool must be pretty popular, right? Foster says not so much.
We're kind of seeing a little bit more like mixed reviews, and we're just here to say, it's not supposed to be taken too widely advantage of, and we're not asking anybody to go out there and, be police officers or anything like that.
So will our newly registered Vegas drivers use the tool?
Sorry, I don't mean to be a snitch, but I just think that if everybody has, that's your responsibility to do, then Metro should get on you and just do it.
Carlos, on the other hand,
I don't like to get into somebody else's business, That job is part of the law, the police, police, they're supposed to follow that.
And Dana, so we have a great social media team. They posted my intro to this piece far earlier in the day online, getting people's thoughts and reactions to exactly what they make of this particular tool. And the first thing that they said is, why is Las Vegas Metro, why isn't the DMV, why isn't some law enforcement agency going in and investigating themselves? Why does it take us to have to take pictures of these cars to then go and essentially do their jobs? Of course, that post on Instagram, you can see it there. That's just filled with comments repeating that same line over and over again.
I think you were telling us that they have like 2,000 of these already submitted. Have they caught anybody in the act?
They haven't caught anybody yet. They just started this last week, and there's a bit of a screening process that goes into it, because you take the picture, you submit it, and of course these days these are pictures that can come from anywhere. What if it's digitally altered? What if it's doesn't exactly fit the criteria? So that's why it then goes to that second investigation team to kind of vet the situation. Something else that Hailey mentioned to us as well is that they can't do anything about parked vehicles. So if this is a car that's been sitting on your neighbor's lot for some time, maybe it's a nuisance, maybe it smells, maybe it has some and wildlife that's going into it. Since that car's not being driven on public roads, there's not much they can do in a situation. So what that means is that, yeah, you can take a picture of a car at a particular time. That car has to be moving, driving for when those investigative teams actually get to the vehicle for them to do anything about it. If it's just sitting in wake, you don't know if that picture has been digitally altered to change that sort of thing. So they need to get the car on the move for this to happen. And that's a lot of pieces that you have to put together to move together to actually make those citations and force those people who need to pay to actually pay.
Okay, Will, thank you for that live report. That leads us to our question of the day. To weigh in, scan the QR code on your screen or head over to news3lv.com. We're asking, have you ever delayed registering your car because of high fees? So far, a majority of you are saying no, 55% saying no.
Coming up here on News 3.